I've been wanting to record this Kajabi review for months, but I've found it really hard because on one hand, I love Kajabi. Our whole business is built on the platform, their support is second to none, and I absolutely recommend it to everyone as the best online course platform on the market. However, there are some negatives and I've been reluctant to highlight them in a review video, but I decided it was time to give you my honest, transparent review of Kajabi. If at the end you believe Kajabi to be the right platform for you, then please sign up for a trial through our affiliate link, and in return, I'm going to give you my personal ongoing support completely free of charge. Now, this is possible because Kajabi pay out a commission to affiliates like me for the lifetime of a subscription. But we don't just offer you a couple of free courses and leave you to it. I also offer you my personal support free of charge for as long as you stay on Kajabi. We don't take a penny from Kajabi without investing it back into your success. So keep that in mind. I'll explain a little bit more at the end. First, we need to see if Kajabi is the right platform for you, like I believe it is for us. Now, this isn't going to be a detailed walk around setup video because we've got a whole playlist on this channel with nearly 30 videos showing you around the dashboard and helping you build courses, web pages, and everything else that you need. So I'm going to link to that when we get to the end. What I want to do is give you as brief as possible an overview and help you consider the features that you really need to be prioritizing as you do your research. So what do you want from an online course platform? Primarily, somewhere to build and host an online course. This is where Kajabi started, and it's the core focus of what they do. And I genuinely believe Kajabi offers the most robust solution for this. They've led the way in this market for years and are trusted by some of the biggest creators in the game. So as you look for a course builder platform, you need to consider a couple of things. Firstly, ease of use for you, and secondly, customer experience. So first, what's it like to build and customize a course in Kajabi? Let's start with the layout. Kajabi splits your course up into categories, potentially some subcategories if you want to use them, and then lessons inside those categories. So it really just functions like folders where we can group those individual lessons together. Now, these categories, you can see it here. This is inside our Ecamm Live Academy. We've got an introduction in here. Then we've put a category that's profiles, scenes, and overlays. And then all of those individual videos. Audio and video is another category. And then we've got the videos inside it. You get the idea. Now, if you don't want to make all of your course and your content available to the viewers straight away, you've got a couple of options. You can either lock content down or you can drip it out. If you lock it down, what that means is, for example, this one I've got in front of me, Ecamm Live Academy, maybe I don't want people to look at anything else until they've been through this introduction to Ecamm. So I can lock down the categories below it and they won't be made available and people won't be able to get into them until this first section has been completed. Now, I was talking to a customer recently and he needs to do this because people need to be able to prove that they've gone through one part of it, do an assessment before they can have the next part released. The other option is dripping the course out, and this can be really effective as an alternative to giving everything there at once. For example, we do this with our Kajabi Kickstart course, which you get if you join Kajabi through our affiliate link. Now, this is designed as a 28-day challenge. You can see these categories down here that run through. And you can see the individuals videos down the side here inside of them. So on some days, there's like day 5, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos get dripped out. On another day, there's just one that gets dripped out. But what we're able to do in the actual product up here is set this so the content inside of day 1 is published straight away. So whenever you join, if you were to sign up today, you would get day 1 straight away. 1 day later, you're going to get day 2, and you can see that drip going down here. And we haven't got it every day. We're giving people breaks to over the weekend, for instance. So you can just add up the days and you can set that going. If you wanted it to be once a month, you could have that set once a week. So if you're thinking of a long-term program that somebody's going to go through, dripping out content like this can be really powerful. And if you're just starting out and you're creating a new course, this is a great way for you to only need to have that first section ready and then get customers in, get them into that first week, first month, and you can be creating the content ready for them as it goes forwards. Next, let's look at what it's like to actually brand your course, because this is one of the more powerful features in Kajabi that other alternatives don't offer you. You've actually got some templates in here to get you started if you want to, that give a completely different feel to what your course will look like. And there are also paid versions as well. There's a whole area inside of Kajabi now where developers are able to design templates and make them available for you. Once you pick a template, you can customize it to look exactly how you want, with all the sections of the page being available to edit in the panel on the left. And you can change which page you want to edit at the top. So you can see, for example, 2 courses we've got here. Kajabi Kickstart is this black and blue, and you can see that that's the same template, but we've completely changed around the way it looks. Now, when a customer finishes one of your courses, you can choose to send them a certificate if you want to. This is fairly basic. There's not a huge amount of customization here, but it is a really nice touch, and our customers have appreciated it. And similar to certificates, you can add automations to any lesson. So when the lesson is completed, it can trigger an action, like adding a tag to somebody, sending them an email, or sending an email to a member of your team. We use this to send emails congratulating them on completing a level here inside the Academy. But we don't recommend you do this on every lesson, because people are probably going to get pretty sick of it. I reckon building a course with Kajabi is quick and easy. There aren't any limits on how many lessons that you can have in a course, and there aren't any limits on how many videos you can upload either. Kajabi does everything that I want it to do. So that's our side of it. What's the customer experience like? Well, that's what actually won me over to Kajabi from Thinkific in the first place. While having a course of my own set up, I'd get frustrated by the limitations, and having just joined somebody else's course, I love the way that theirs was looking. So when I discovered that it was Kajabi, it was an easy decision for me to shift across with my 50 customers that I'd got at the time, and honestly, I've never looked back. But Kajabi does have some limitations. Courses are one of several products that you've got available, and we're going to run through those over the next few minutes. But you have a limited amount of products depending on what plan you're on. You can see on the sales page here, the growth plan, as it says, is the most popular, but the basic is really where most people start. And on here, you get 3 products. There is a Kickstarter that is designed to really just get you started. That has 1 product. Someone told me the other day that he's got over 100 mini courses. So clearly Kajabi isn't the platform for him. But if I asked you what you want to do online, realistically, you've got just one initial idea, one course that you'd like to build. Maybe you want to help somebody learn a skill, or it's overcoming a challenge that you faced, or sharing some of that wisdom that you've built up over the years and helping others, and actually leaving a legacy in the process. All you need to do that is one main course, and maybe a mini course as a low-cost initial offering. And actually, I don't mind that content creators are forced to focus on marketing that one product rather than getting distracted by making multiple courses, because they're unlimited. When you're up and running and the money's flowing, you can move up from the basic plan up to the growth plan. And actually, that $50 won't be a big deal to you at that point, and that will take you from 3 products up to 15 products, along with, as you can see on the page there, a lot of other increased benefits. I just want you to see that, because a lot of the other platforms don't limit you for the number of courses you've got. And if I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure why Kajabi do. As I said, you can have unlimited sizes of courses, unlimited videos to go up into your courses. So why actually restrict the number of courses? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on and start looking at these other products. But before we do, can I just bring up AI? Kajabi offer a course builder where all you have to do is input a title and a description, and it will build a course. I kid you not. So let's have a look. Now, my latest hobby is scuba diving. So why don't we use that as an example over here? We're going to build a course to help people that are wanting to get into diving. So our title is going to be Discover Scuba Diving. I put a description in here, and it's asking me, do I want to use this information to generate content and additional resources? You can learn more. You'll find all the way around this. There's little tips for you. But we click next on this, and it gives me back this course here, Discover Scuba Diving. So I've done none of this. All you saw what I did, that description, that title, and it's produced a course based off that. So an introduction in here, equipment, understanding diving, safety. So let's just have a look inside. So it's giving me an overview, and it would just get me started if I wanted to go and create a video. Preparing for an exam overview. So it's gone off and found out all this content in here. Now you can't help but be impressed with that. It's even started to build out a registration page for my course, putting all this information in. So, and if you have no idea about a topic and you want some inspiration, this is definitely a great start. But in my experience, when somebody comes to me with a course idea, they already know what they want to teach. Am I right? And it likely won't be the same as what AI is going to spit out for you. You've already got an outline. You know where you want to go with this. Maybe it's something you've been teaching before. And in my opinion, sometimes you can spend longer pulling out the things that it's generated for you than just starting from scratch and choosing the option to just build from a blank template. But it's there, and I wanted to point it out. I do think they've gone really heavy on some of these AI features. We'll talk about that when we get to the end as well. All right, let's briefly have a look at these other products that you can build in Kajabi. Podcast. I'm not a podcaster. I don't have a podcast built in Kajabi, so I can't demonstrate this. But from what I see and from what I've heard from customers that do podcast, this is actually quite basic in terms of customization. And if I'm correct, you can host a podcast on Spotify free of charge, can't you? So I don't know. While I understand the benefits of being able to work with it all in one platform, if you really want to be able to customize this, maybe you've got one elsewhere and you're used to customizing it, I think you might find this quite limited. But this is what a trial's for, right? If you want to have a go at building out a podcast in here, see what you think to it, you might be totally happy with it. I just remember having a customer say to me, "Is that it?" Community is the next product. I was so excited at the start of 2023 when this new community was released, but honestly, it's not good enough for me to move my customers over from our Facebook groups to it. Now, there are guys that are using this and loving it, and Kajabi actually linked to a showcase page featuring some very happy customers. During your trial, you can have a look at any of these. You can click and it will take you into their communities where they've just given you an overview looking at how it works. So maybe it's just me being fussy, but we certainly had some issues when we were trying to log on to calls and things like that. But Kajabi are bringing a major upgrade before the end of 2024. I've seen it, it looks gorgeous, and hopefully it's going to offer everything that I need to be able to pull me off of Facebook and have everything in Kajabi, because obviously there are benefits to having our courses and communities all in one place, and being able to easily jump from a community post to the product or a section of our course makes so much sense. So I'm afraid communities are getting a bit of a thumbs down from me right now as a product, but potentially by the time you watch this, it could be a massive thumbs up. Coaching is a really nice feature and a great use of a product. I offer 1-hour personal coaching calls to customers of my courses, and Kajabi offers a great interface for both me and for the customers that I coach. It integrates nicely with Calendly, and I can either use Zoom calls or I can host the calls inside of Kajabi. The latter option means that I can get the recording automatically uploaded to my customer's portal rather than having to pull it off of Zoom and then link it back in here. But I do really like the way that I can put details in here. I've got customers of mine that do, as part of a package, like 12 monthly calls, and there's a set topic for each of those calls. For me, it's more open, and my customers can buy a package and then pick my brains, use those calls how they want. So a description can be put in there, an agenda for the call. There are notes that are shared notes, or I've got private notes, and my customer can do the same thing and leave notes in there as well. I can add resources into it. So this is definitely a strong feature that I really like and use here inside Kajabi. Now, finally, Kajabi have just released 2 new products called Newsletter and Download. I'm not really getting the benefit of the newsletter product. I've had a play with it, and it seems to just produce a blog really with more features and analytics. Now, if you're big into newsletters, you might be really excited about this. I'm just conscious that this takes away one of those precious products. And then Downloads offers you a secure place where people can download files from you. Now, this doesn't really benefit me, but I've got a client who's a DJ and he offers downloads for jingles. So I'm guessing this would be absolutely perfect for him. Owen actually did shorts on both of these recently, which you can find in the shorts section of our channel. So there are the products available in Kajabi. I love the courses that you can create. I find the coaching really useful, but honestly, that's about all I'm using. And I'm totally fine with that because I'm clear on what I want from this platform. But I want to help you decide if this is the right platform for you too. So that's the course builder. Now let's just have a look at the website builder. A lot of my customers are hesitant to move their existing established sites over to Kajabi, and I totally respect that, but I love it as a website builder. You can optimize your site for SEO the same as you could on any other builder. There are customizable templates available to help you get started with some really nice designs in here. You can pull those in and customize them however you want. Or if you want a full site build, Kajabi has a platform where developers sell their templates and coaches offer their services. So you could reach out to a trusted provider to get a done for you service if you want to cheat. If you want to see that page builder in action, I've got a detailed video on that Kajabi playlist that I said I'm going to link to at the end. Now, the website builder is about those standard pages that you would expect on a website. You can see in this template here, the home page, the about page, contact page, and all the colors, fonts, headers, footers are all set globally as you'd expect. But then we've got landing pages. These tend to be where you send people rather than to your website, or certainly that's how it is for me. Honestly, I haven't put a lot of effort into my website because I don't really send people there. For each of my programs, I've got a dedicated sales page, and that's built as a landing page. For example, this is our YouTube Academy, built in Kajabi. It's got video content, lists, some animations and things on there as well. And this is customized completely separately to my website. And then this is a different program, still built in Kajabi with a very different feel to it. So these pages absolutely stand alone. We've got one call to action on there. We don't have headers where it's sending them off to about pages and things like that. So this is what I'm saying. People don't typically go to my homepage. If I'm talking about impact and getting set up on camera, I'm pointing them to this page. If it's to YouTube, if it's to Ecamm, I send them to those individual pages. So the landing pages is really the biggest part of this for me. And I really think Kajabi offer everything that I need in here. Plus again, they've got templates that you can choose to get you started. Okay, so that's website builder, landing page builder, definitely everything that you need in there. Okay, email is another huge part of Kajabi. I used to use ConvertKit and happily moved over to Kajabi at the same time when we shifted our whole course and everything else on here. It's got everything that I need. I can do one-off blasts, email broadcasts as it calls it here, and I can do A/B testing now as well with my titles, or I can do an email sequence in here, a series of emails that get sent out. Deliverability is great, and you've got features allowing you to resend unopened emails with different titles. And again, AI is on hand to help you write clickable email titles. And because we're in this all-in-one platform, there are endless ways to group an audience for an email blast based on purchases, forms that they've submitted, tags, and other activity, as you can see here. Now, we haven't looked at selling your courses, and I think everything here is pretty standard actually across the platforms that I've looked at. But I find it really powerful and very flexible to build my offers. So your products are your courses, your coaching calls, your community, and they sit there until you create an offer to sell them. So you would start by creating your product, and then you go and then you find that product that you've built and you come over and decide whether you want it free, paid, one time, multi-pay subscription, all the options that you've got in here. You set your pricing and that to it, choose your payment providers, and you create this offer. So you're bringing your products to life. And the beauty of doing it this way around is maybe you're selling this scuba diving course, and I've got one level of it that is basic and it's just the online course. So that includes one product. Maybe I want to do a VIP version of it, which will give people the course, and it will give them a community here in Kajabi, and it will give them 12 coaching calls across a year so they can just check in with me and I can see how they progress across a year. So I haven't had to recreate the products. I just create different price tags, if you like, to put on top of them when I'm creating multiple offers. Does that make sense? As you can see here with Kajabi Payments, this is a new introduction. You can now, in addition to just taking a credit card or PayPal, you can offer Apple Pay, Google Pay, and you can even offer buy now, pay later and payment plans through Klarna, ClearPay, and Afterpay. That means that your customers can spread out their payments, but you get paid up front. I love that. Now, I could keep going, but like I said, we've recorded a full playlist showing you around and helping you to get started. So I'd love to know what you think about Kajabi. From what you've seen so far, does it seem like this is worth taking out for a spin, taking a trial and just putting some information in? Now, I haven't even touched on the Creator Studio. The developer team have really worked hard at this, but I'm sorry, I just don't think it's good enough. The Creator Studio gives me the ability to take one YouTube video or a video from my course and it will create 40 pieces of content for me to redistribute. I just don't find, from what I've seen in here, that the content is usable. The clipped videos that it does for me are janky and I can't get in and fine tune the cuts at all. It's done it and there's the finished project. The blog posts are definitely not written in my voice and there's no forms, there's no way of it learning from me or me submitting anything in advance to say, this is the style, this is the way I want it to come across. And there's no way to teach it either, like you would get on ChatGPT or something like Capsho. So again, apparently others are very happy using it when I watch people's reviews. I would love to be able to say the same thing, but out of pure integrity, I'm not going to say, hey, this is an amazing feature if I'm not using it. And when I'm looking at the results, it's not there yet. And sadly, it is pretty limited in here as well, because I can only upload one video a month on the free plan. Then it's $9 a month for 4 videos that I upload, or it's $29 a month if I want to upload 30 videos. So if I did really love this and I thought, right, let's go back through those videos, let's create all these blog posts and newsletters and things, it's going to cost me quite a bit of money. So there it is, Kajabi. I said it would be a very honest review, but I ask again, what are you actually looking for with an online course platform? I've been on Kajabi for 7 years. It has been absolutely rock solid. It handles our website, our courses, my coaching calls, all of our sales and our emails. And my wife, who hates technology, who works in the business with me, uses it most days and finds it really intuitive and easy to use. And she gets on support calls more than I do and always gets her questions answered. Kajabi have built AMA, standing for Ask Me Anything, as their AI chatbot, but they are very clear to say that if you need a human, you can contact them and you can be on a chat within a minute or two. I've used it plenty of times and I've always come away very impressed at the support. This brings up really the main benefit of us being on an all-in-one platform. I used to have my course on one platform. I'd got my emails hosted elsewhere. I'd got my website. I'd got landing pages. But when I'm trying to tag things in between them and something goes wrong, I got nobody to talk to. Having it all under one roof is amazing. And as I say, the support has never let me down. So if you're serious about your online business and want to build on a proven, trusted platform, you need to be on Kajabi. All the negatives that I've mentioned have been where they've been adding new features in and not really delivered them to the same standard as those core features that we love. But we've heard it from the CEO that they are very aware of this and they're actively going over their newer products and bringing them up to that same standard that we've all come to expect. So I encourage you to take a 30-day trial through our affiliate link. It's going to cost you nothing. Then you can upload some videos, build a little mini course, have a play with that. That's really the only way you're going to find out if this is right for you or not. And we're going to offer you that 28-day kickstart that you saw in here. You're going to be able to walk through building a lead magnet, a registration page, an upsell to a little mini course, and even I've got the scripts for the emails and things in there for you as well. It's just a fantastic way for you to practically through that 30-day trial, build something out. You'll be using Kajabi without even realizing what you're using. It'll all just come together. And by the end of that 30 days, you could absolutely have earned some money. But more importantly, the reason we do that challenge is I want you to see, is there actually an audience for this or not, before you go building out some huge course. You're also going to be invited to join our Facebook community and get to join my bi-weekly hangouts during your trial. If you stay on Kajabi past the 30 days, we will never charge you for our continued support and guidance. Plus, you're going to find a lovely community of course creators to work alongside. If you made it this far, please comment. I love to hear from the hardcore researchers, and please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this new dedicated channel. The link to the 30-day trial is down here in the description. That'll bring you over to this page here, and you can very quickly be up and set up on Kajabi, and we will get you into our community as quickly as possible so that we can get you involved and on these Zoom calls with me. If you want to watch my detailed walkthrough of Kajabi, I've mentioned it a couple of times. We've got a complete playlist and you can click over here and come and watch it now. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you soon.